Life is indeed beautiful, and again, I tell you this morning that God is good and His mercies endure it forever. Even though we face a lot of challenges as human, and we seek to, know the cause of our challenges, we want to know what exactly, brings about this that I'm experiencing. Just take your time, relax. Like that boy said, be calming down. Be rest assured that God has got the situation, and He will give you peace. He will give you rest. He will ensure that you have a breakthrough in that challenge you are facing. And seriously, there is nothing beyond God. I call Him the extra mundane. He knows everything. He sees everything, and He has the solution to everything we face as human. On this note, I welcome you to Early Starters on Opportune TV, and I am Miriam. Okay, you can call me Evangelist, you can call me Starter. But then, this morning I'm about God. I read something so pathetic yesterday on the social media space, and I decided to talk about that particular thing this morning. I'm reminding you that nothing is beyond God. You can survive any situation. Again, good morning. And you know how we did. We did the couple thing on air, having myself and Michael anchor the program. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
It's good. Welcome to Early Starters. You're going to have a beautiful day today.
You're going to have a beautiful day. He's talking like an American, but that's, me dealing with somebody who loves food, who loves to speak accent, and somebody who will not let me rest in the studio. He'll just be shouting me, I'm up and down. But that's not a problem, since it's for the good cause. Michael, I said something while doing the introduction for today's program. I said I watched something, a video, particularly on Instagram, and the lady, and a bit to question God. She said she has resolved to committing suicide. And then I went on to the comment section and I replied by saying nothing is beyond God. And that reminds me of a discussion with some of my colleagues yesterday, and the person was saying, you need to see what I experienced. My friend and my boyfriend stopped talking to me at the same time. I could not eat, Miriam. I could not sleep. I could not do anything. I was just crying all night. I cried. My collarbone now come out. And people started asking me, why are you this thing? And I said, that's because you carry people above God. And I told her that nothing in this world can give you happiness. Money cannot buy happiness, although it is needed for you to have a happy life. But then, nothing is beyond God. God gives everything, and He taketh whatever He wishes, from you. If he sees that this thing that He gives you will eventually take your life, God will do what? He will retract it. He will take it away. But unknowingly to humans, we think that, why now? This person is so dear to me. I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose her. But hear me this morning, nothing is beyond you and your happiness.
Yes. What a lot of people should know is life, even every principle says love yourself first, then love somebody like yourself. Not just yourself. Then any other
I love me so much, sincerely speaking. I love me so much. I love me more than you. But even though God says love your neighbor as yourself, I love you, but I am not taking you beyond or ahead of me. I'm going to take me first. Maybe we are in a situation where we need to rescue ourselves, try to tell you, Michael, leave that place. I will do that. But you see, for me to be realistic on the program, if something of such happens, I will, alert you as a person. I will let you know, and in the course, I will rescue myself first, then find a solution for you as a person. That's just the truth.
It's a one-person thing.
A one-person thing.
Just save one person.
If I'm saved, that shows that you are going to be saved. It brings me to the preaching that if you are not saved as a Christian or as a Muslim, you cannot save another person. If you don't know God, you then cannot preach God to somebody. You only talk from experience. Okay, who is God? That's because you know God. You know what the scripture says. God has revealed himself to you. Then you can speak about God to another person. You're going to be using your self-experience, to preach about God to someone else. So don't let us religionize the program this morning, as though I'm not trying to make it look like we are preaching on the program, but at the same time I'm trying to tell you that nothing is beyond God. So let's quickly look at some of the stories that made it to the front page of our dailies this morning, and gradually they are setting agenda as to what we will be discussing in the media space, newspaper, the terrestrial media, maybe the cable TV. You see people talk about it. First, let's look at the Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper this morning. Vanguard newspaper, I have USAID sponsorship of Boko Haram. Senate summons NSA, DGs of DSS, NIA, and DIA. Intelligence agency chief to explain allegation. And also Akpabio Ningi agrees and claims allegation, and they say it is mere social media rumor. I have also Tinubu Akpabio meets in Aso Rock. Moving forward, I have USAID, Nigeria's average $1 billion annual receipt from US under threat. And that's on the page 22 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. PDP crisis. Court declines to stop INEC from recognizing Ayahu's sack. That's on the page 9. Moving forward, visa denial. Nigeria won't tolerate disrespect from any country. CDS says that you will find on the page 8 of Vanguard newspaper. And on sports, Lukman slams deeply disrespectful manager. That story, I read it yesterday, and it's I love his comment. And we have stories on infrastructure and roads, while we are championing concrete technology. My says on the page 9 of Vanguard newspaper. Rivers community battles MPDC over alleged diversion of oil wells. And on the window page, I have fiscal autonomy. Why CBN hasn't released funds to 774 local government areas. That's the federal government saying something, trying to reveal maybe a secret, as though I do not know, but you need to find out on the page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Adebanjo E.K. Clark, our death of 2 Titans in 3 days shook Nigeria. Senate to federal government name national monument after Edwin Clark. And finally, I have Osun local government crisis. Adeleke kicks as APC take over secretariat. And that's on the page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And in another development, we have stories from the Guardian newspaper. Can I have it displayed on the screen, please? Guardian newspaper. I call it the conscience nurtured by truth. Yes, I love Guardian. Yes, Guardian newspaper this morning. Guardian newspaper. I have AGF, EFCC talk tough, caution governors, local government bosses on treason and fraud. And that's on the page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Oneze Asaba of Asaba Wogo, others Monclark at Debanjo, and that's on the page 20 of the Guardian newspaper. Nigeria secures 1.6 billion naira AI investment from Microsoft. Page 15, Akpabio meets Tinubu as Senate summons intelligence chiefs over USAID terrorism claims. Don't let Osun descend into chaos, Speaker Olaje Ngbisi tell Tinubu and the rest of APC members. That's on the page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Lagos Assembly denies mass defection rumors. The story of Miranda and should I say the estranged former clerk? Yes, sorry.
He does not agree
Speaker.
that he's been estranged. He's walking the walk.
He's working the work, but the work seems not working.
I think he does not foster such a claim. He doesn't foster the claim. He's saying that he's trying to protect his territory and trying to give good riddance to what has been happening.
Good riddance to what has been happening. But what about the complaints of people saying he has stayed or is long overdue to leave the office, and some people saying that no, we can't continue to have a bazaar as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. And DSS came out to say, no, we are not there to disrupt any plenary. We just came there to ensure that we maintain peace and order, so that people will be rest assured of their security. And some people said, we heard about a free week, she will resign. And do you know the joy in my heart is that, thank you, God, that we have a lady
for the
first time at the end of
so many years.
Yes.
But she has been docked by someone's foreseen circumstances.
But now she is the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. That tells you that Michael, be ready, might become the,
Speaker, but you still give him a portion of the food.
Yeah, the portion of the food.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It tells you that women are really working. We are not relenting. We are not ready to, live the life of staying in the kitchen and the other room. So we are the woman that God has created us to be, the purposeful woman, the purpose-fulfilling woman, and also the goal-driven woman.
Goal-driven.
Yes, women.
You said gold.
No, gold. No, call us gold digger now. Gold, not gold-driven. Yes, we are goal-driven, and we are the achievers, not the other kind of achievers. So you know what I'm talking about. We are the achievers. And finally, not finally, we have also federal government bans 60,000-litre petrol tankers as accidents claim 3,500 lives. That's on the page 2 of the Guardian newspaper. And this brings me to the fact that we need to keep stressing the need for federal government to look into haulage. I think that's what they call it. When you are driving your tanker filled with fuel, please do not do that during the day. Drive it at night. I beg, help us. We shouted at the Lagos State government, hearken to our voice by ensuring that they no longer park on our bridge,
Yes.
And thank God people are now talking about, the accidents that these so-called tanker drivers, curses on our road, and we do not want that anymore. We just want we need you, federal government, to please put them to the night session of making the system work. And federal government slams Binance with fresh $1.5 billion suit over economic sabotage. That's on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And finally, I have visa denial. Nigeria won't book disrespect from any country, says Defense Headquarters. Yes, I love it. I love that.
Is he defending Nigeria from the uniform, or is he defending Nigeria for the federal government, or is defending Nigeria because I don't know what's
you know,
the visa thing is.
The visa thing is about the invitation to the Invictus game, and when they actually invited our security, to come with them and all of those things. But unfortunately, the said men that should follow them, were denied their visa. They denied them visa, to travel with the team. And now some people are now saying that, trying to relegate or, interrogate them, that they didn't invite you, you just wanted to go, you seized the opportunity to travel out of the country, and they are saying no, we have a letter backing this up. We have done our due diligence to ensure that we have the visa. And away from that, this brings me to the fact that the way these visa people does their things in Nigeria is absurd. I'm sorry to use that word. It's preposterous. It's not good. It's not good enough. They just deny us visa. When you ask people question, maybe what do you want to go do there? Do you have a family there? And people will tell you their, genuine intention. You just say, no, visa cancelled. It's not fair. This is our country. They should give us, Nigeria should be given, this, what do they call it? I guess more like a pass to at least some countries. The visa, like they gave it to Ghana and Lome.
The visa denial is not really, that's the meaning to me. What I don't like is when you deny them visa, return their money.
Yes.
Return their efforts.
Yes. That's another thing. Yes, you're right.
Then you give a letter certifying that XYZ happened. That's why we didn't do that. But if it's not well certified, what makes you think that I come into your place under the federal government signage that I'm not qualified? What makes you think so?
We should have our people do the thing, do the processing for us, not just some people sitting in a cubicle that just deny people, and it's not fair. I really don't like it. Taken care of very soon. Sincerely speaking,
because it's our money, it's our time, and it's also our space.
It's our space. That's the thing. You know why I said these things, really do not happen in other African countries like that. Like, if you want to go to the UK, some people go through Ghana. During the COVID, the pandemic, I had my family members traveled through Lome. They went through Lome. They went through Ghana to the US. And what's happening? Why can't you just go from our own country? And that's exposed me to a lot of things that happens, maybe at the airport or the visa issuing centers, and it's just something that we need to take care of. The federal government needs to take care, and thank God they are watching us from Abuja, and they should they should
please call
our voice, listen to us, and
the studio line should also be given to them to call.
Yes, they can call. Actually, you can call this number 0706 143 7670. I take it again, 0706 143 7670. And you can do well to join the conversation on our social media handles at Opportune TV. Moving on to the next paper, I have the Punch newspaper this morning, and I'm going to be starting with the story of Dangote and NNPCL. Dangote and NNPCL refineries not supplying 50% local fuel demand, says the federal government. When you give just one person the autonomy, let me use that word, to do something, don't you know that it will bring about maybe a little bit of chaos? And
arguably,
why should
he was not given?
He was not given.
They say he was not given the autonomy just to cover one or two things they believe they are covering. But as it is, Dangote might not be able to meet that 50%.
It might
Not be able to.
Yes,
meet
because
it.
that 50% is a whole lot, though.
And apart from that, we have modular refineries.
Yes, they're working.
They're working, but the challenge there is that they've been labeled, if you're non-partisan to the present day
Administration, yes.
so it will be labeled not fit.
That I was going to say so much about that too. CBN probes 19.7 million dormant bank accounts. That's on the page 31 of the Punch newspaper. Dormant account. Maybe some people said, checking some things about the dormant account on the social media yesterday, and some people were saying that they use it to launder money, they are using it for different purposes. Maybe the person is dead, or maybe this, maybe that. Why can't CBN just come out or give a list of these accounts or the bearers on the account and let us know what's up, or call them to inform them we are going to close down this account or freeze it or something before you just come out to say you want to probe the account.
The challenge there is not really the dormant account. If you close the account, the revenues on the account will not be made. So the people who are making money from the revenue of the account will not make money, because when you close the account, you already closed the money, it cannot be used. It's been starting somewhere, but in another way it can still be used, but publicly it might not be used for public rendering based on what bank stands for. So if you say dormant accounts, is linked to somebody or is coming from somewhere.
Yes.
And it's used to either cushion a particular effect or it's used to serve a particular purpose. But
that's it, serve a particular purpose. Let's again, CDS defense handling of Canadian visa application. That's the defense headquartered thing. That's on the page 16 of the Punch newspaper. Federal government demands $81 billion from Binance for alleged tax evasion. And on the burning surface, I have USAID Boko Haram controversy. Nigerian may miss $603 million fund. Senate summons service chiefs. Borno, they're saying that Borno ask federal government to lead probe. USAID's 2025 budget targets defense, health, and others. We are afraid now. Instead of us to ask the question, who is bankrolling the Boko Haram? Okay, Zamfara explosion. Ex-governor Yari pays hospital bills as NEMA visits victims. Lagos Assembly, Obasa denies stockpiling arms. Yes, he denies stockpiling arms. Miranda refutes resignation claims. And that's on the page 24 of the Punch newspaper. Policeman complainant arrested over newlyweds' death in custody. That's on the page 8. No matter what I tell people, since the person has not been arraigned before the court, or even in fact if the person has been arraigned but has not been given a legal judgment, is yet to be declared a criminal. He is not a criminal. She is not a criminal. And stop torturing people to the point of death or threatening people because they are in your custody. Local government autonomy, CBN 774 chairman. The FAR council's accounts opening, and that's on the page 23 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And you can see a picture story of ex-governor Yari, paying the bills of people that were involved in the NEMA accident or explosion. Yes, that's so pathetic. It's not something that will make us smile or laugh, since it involves human, not just life. Some people will say, go come here until it involves life. Okay. Since it involves human, you should be concerned.
Because you're
you
human.
should feel it. Yes, we all are human, and that's why we keep, seeking that we have a safe space and we have an environment that people will love one another. Let's quickly go for a short musical break. When we return, we bring you stories from the business world. Don't go nowhere.
Welcome to Opportune TV, your premier destination for unlimited entertainment. Opportune Television, your TV, ask for more.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
Welcome to Opportune TV, your premier destination for unlimited entertainment. Opportune Television, your TV, ask for more.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
Now David Jones do the bit.
Let them say how they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say how they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi. Mo máa dolówó, ojú ló pẹ́ sí. Má ṣe rèmi lọ́lẹ̀ because we give me nutrition. Ìjẹ́ kan máa dúró, flying overseas. And my success will be where your two eyes can see. You dey laugh me when I dirty and you say you be my paddy. Don't worry, I go invite you come my party. If I cannot say wetin go to your home, instead you go help wash your dirty with a soap. Let them say how they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say how they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi. Let them say how they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say how they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi. Bàbá mi ẹ̀ máa jẹun ọmọ, ìyá mi ẹ̀ máa jẹun ọmọ. Nítorí wípé ẹ̀yin nígi lẹ́yìn ọgbà mi. Bàbá mi ẹ̀ máa jẹun ọmọ, ìyá mi ẹ̀ máa jẹun ọmọ. Nítorí wípé ẹ̀yin nígi lẹ́yìn ọgbà mi. Ìgbàgbọ́ mi, ìrísí mi, òun ló ń tì mí lẹ́yìn. Orí ọ̀fẹ́rẹ́ mo ń jẹ́ o, òun ló ń tì mí lẹ́yìn. Ìgbàgbọ́ mi, ìrísí mi, òun ló ń tì mí lẹ́yìn. Orí ọ̀fẹ́rẹ́ mo ń jẹ́ o, òun ló ń tì mí lẹ́yìn. Let them say how they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say how they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi. Let them say all they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say all they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi. Never ever give up. Keep your head up. If you believe, you will achieve. Never ever give up. Keep your head up. If you believe, you will achieve. Every player hating me, always underrating me. I'm making history, nothing less than victory. Every player hating me, always underrating me. I'm making history, nothing less than victory. I'm a winner, I'm a leader. No matter what you think of me, I'm still gonna be your winner. Let them say all they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say all they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi. Let them say all they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say all they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi. Let them say all they wanna say. I'll be who I wanna be. Let them say all they wanna say. Ọlọ́run bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi.
Welcome back. You're watching Early Starters, and you know how we do it on the program. This is a show that gives you every information that will keep you updated about what goes on in your environment, and of course you get updates on what the government is doing. And this is the business segment where I will be intimating you on what goes on in the business world. I'm going to be starting with the story of a banker who has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for fraud in Lagos, as the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) secures the conviction of Ugeye Kalu, a banker who is sentenced to 4 years and 2 months imprisonment by the Ikeja Special Offences Court for fraud. The EFCC reveals that Kalu was convicted after being arraigned before Justice R.A. Oshodi on 5 counts of official corruption and gratification. And I asked the question, is he the first person to commits, this crime of corruption? Is it the last person that will actually, get the verdict, the pronouncement made by the judge? If we as a country, if we have been doing something to keep our financial space safe, we won't be having issues of Yahoo or bankers stealing from people's accounts. I remember my father sold a particular car some years back, and after my mom's demise, and he said, I have a lot, I want to just sell some out. And when he sold the car, this man made transfer to my account. Thank God it was my account. And the man, he's you will call them kuruntu. He's not that he's not well read or educated. So he just went to the banking hall and requested that a banker helps him. A banker helps him, and while they were trying to do this transaction, he asked at which account. Could you believe that this banker called me and said, I sent Kiniko OTP to your account, can you please send it back to me? And I was like, okay, what's happening? And the man, to cut the long story short, the man now said, the person that called you, that I know that I gave your number to confirm for confirmation, is a banker. He's the guy that helped me with the transaction. And when we got there, this guy denied everything. And I told him that, you have been doing it for long, but when nemesis catches up with you, you will regret it. And, immediately I sensed that the knows that something was going on, and yes, it was fishy. Yes, and the boss called them and came back to apologize to us, and then I knew that it's not the first time he has been doing this. So be careful who you seek help from, especially in the banking.
Doesn't mean we will not be seeking help from bankers.
We can, but then in a book with a lot of bad eggs.
It's the obligation to do that.
It is your obligation, but they use, how do I put it? I don't want it to sound insulting.
You won't say they take undue advantage.
Yes, they take undue advantage of
maybe
people.
That's why I like the Malam team. They don't. I don't do bank. Bank will tell you no bank, no transfer.
No transfer.
No transfer. Money, I see money, I collect money.
I collect money, I take money. Okay. Our audiences will be like, I can't tell you. Why are you insulting us?
No, it's not it's the accent. No transfer.
So our Hausa viewers, please, we love you. We are not trying to insult you. We just want to make it fun, and also, say it's your way. No transfer.
No transfer.
Moving on to the next story. I have petrol importation into Nigeria still persists despite reports of giant strides in local refining. Energy analyst says the cost of petrol imports heavily burdens Nigeria, straining the nation's resources and exacerbating economic challenges. The recent commencement of operations at the Dangote refinery, coupled with the rehabilitation of state-owned refineries, was expected to reduce the country's reliance on imported petrol. And this brings me back to the story of Dangote not being able to service the need of Nigerians. 50%, we talked about it.
50%, but it's not about the 50% anymore. You cannot chase the IP man. You can't chase the IP man away from what is happening, because it's not about the refinery anymore.
Okay.
Neither is it about the petroleum products. It's all about service and demand.
Yes, service and demand.
Now, one thing you should know, Nigeria is the hub of West Africa.
It is the hub. The hub of West. I love that. I love that.
Even if we are still the problem, I wouldn't say the problem if we are still rickety. I would say rickety.
But then we are rickety. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Okay, we're still coming up. But the thing is, whether they like it or not, they cannot stop the fuel from going beyond our borders. Because there was a time an interview was granted to the FRC and the immigration. They said we have 1,149 borderways, pathways that lead outside the country. And majority of those borders, all these pathways, does not have people there. So how can you stop Boko Haram? How can you stop the movement of fuel? How can you stop? So Dangote refinery can't serve Nigeria alone. Even if they say they've been serving Nigeria, we don't know. We don't have a due research and database of the product usage, time-based timeline, and the people who this thing is getting to. Because if it is getting to you directly, we should have an improve. There's something called the HDI, Human Development Index. It also applies to goods and services.
But then I there was a time I traveled to Port Novo.
Okay.
And I wanted to question the authority. Some places I met the customs and all, and in some areas, none, like you said. Nobody was there, and people seize that privilege, to bring in Port Novo fuel. And I asked the question that, but the federal government says people cannot buy now and cannot take it to, that area. They buy it in jerry cans, and the drivers on that pathway, aided the, let me say, transportation or the conveyance of the petroleum product. And the question is, can't we do better? Why not, maybe go into a barter or partnership with this country, or let them sign some sort of agreement that if Nigeria gives us this, we are going to give this in return, instead of allowing for people that will come and Kogunjawa. What is it in English? People that will come and act as they call it something in the army, third party or something. We should have machineries. We should have people that will come and act as insurgents in our country. And I know custom officers are listening to us. Like one called the other time talking about the retirement of their bosses, and I love that story though. But then you can do better as people managing our borders. Yes, moving on to the next story. I have the federal government reforms are yielding positive results as business confidence in Nigerian economy is growing. A recent Stanbic IBTC Purchasing Managers Index survey rises to 54.5 in January 2025 from 52.7 in December 2024, above the 50.0 mark, signaling a strong improvement in the performance of the private sector. Muyiwa Onu, head of Equity Research West Africa at Stanbic IBTC Bank, says that an increase in both outputs, although slightly weaker than that seen at the end of 2024, is point out to the fact that we are growing economically on account of improving customer demand and more willingness to commit to new projects. And that new project brings me to the story of British International Investment, committing $40.5 million loan to boost cocoa production. Yes, in Nigeria. And let me take the story quickly. Along with the United Kingdom's Development Finance Institution and Impact Investors signs a $40.5 million loan facility to boost cocoa production in Nigeria. The loan investment from BII aims to support the rehabilitation and refurbishment of John Vance Group's second cocoa processing facility in Ile-Oluji, Ondo State. And it brings me to the fact that yes, we are growing economic wise, and we are spreading a tentacle financially. We are almost like you said, we are not limping. Don't mind them. We are growing. Yes, we are growing, and we had a guest at our studios yesterday. She talked about food processing, and she shared her experience and the challenges. And my GM said, instead of having everyone do the same business, thank God you are doing something different. And she said, okay, what if I had not come up with this idea, conceptualize something of this nature? And I want to say this morning that some people have ideas, but they do not have the loan or the financial capability or funding required to actually establish or make it come to reality of what they have conceptualized. And the thing is, if you have the idea, thank God somebody is a country or a bigger firm is coming to give us 40.5 million.
Right. Dollars.
So that's dropping.
You mentioned the dollars.
Yes.
The truth of the matter, we don't know where it is being channeled.
We don't know. But then I would say but some people do not. They don't have access to these grants.
Which channel, which bank, which there's a lot of
yes, we have Bank of Industry. Yes,
Bank of Industry.
Yes, we have Bank of Industry. I got to learn something on Real Talks Connect when that guest made mention of mortgage for that will assist you or aid your building project. And I asked the question that, We don't even know that these things exist too. We don't know. Nigerians don't know. Only a few people have access to this tangible information. And at the end of the day, when you are, go there to seek for the mortgage or the loan, you are denied. That is what
you don't have money back. You don't have. Just listening to this, mortgaging has been something that has been part of the Nigerian system for a very long time.
But people don't know about it.
Why would people know when we have
the English of mortgage does not even, it does not resonate with the hearings or listening ability of Nigerians. They just know that there is one thing called mortgage, but it does not exist in Nigeria. It exists in the US or UK, but not in Nigeria in South Africa. But in Nigeria, no, people don't know. No matter how learned you are, you don't know about mortgage. I'm serious.
See, there's something.
You don't have information about it.
There are three kinds of information.
Okay.
We have information.
Okay. And we have
misinformation. I have
and under information, which is when something is underreported. Yes.
Underreport. That's disinformation. I don't want some people to know.
See, away from the mortgage thing, something happened at Laskoda. And Laskoda said they have this farm in this place. They have so farm here. They are giving people opportunities to come learn, do training to the artifacts and crafts of coconuts and all of those things. And I asked, where go? My guy even said, yeah, because even the media is not aware of it. So what are we saying?
They need us to publicize it.
They need us to TV.
Yes. They also need us to streamline such effects, because as I'm talking to you now, the demography, we are the one that gives it.
Now, talking about the $40.5 million, we can just see it in the newspaper. Yes. We can only hear or watch it on TV. But it is not, the people that need this money are not aware of it.
Is it Ile-Olubi or
Ile-Oluji?
Okay, Ile-Oluji. Those people, they don't even know such thing exist.
They don't know. They will just use them to cash out. I hope it's not going to be.
So they are using them to cash out.
To cash out, yes, because even for me as a person, I was asking the mortgage for, that will aid your building, for you to have that infrastructure that you want, that building, whatever you want to use the mortgage for. The man said, there is mortgage for building. You can get a loan, to have your own house. And I was like, are you serious?
But that mortgage,
all we see now is private organizations. We have microfinances. That's a lot of them that now puts a lot on the money that they borrow you. Maybe you borrow 50,000 naira. You're going to be paying back with with the sum of 150, some 180. I'm not joking.
50,000 naira.
Yes, on 50,000 naira. Sometimes 80,000 naira. Sometimes 7,000 naira. On 80,000 naira. And I understand that in the US you have 4% increase, not what we have in Nigeria. In Nigeria we're having more than 40% increase on every loan you get. So you are learning this on this program. There is a loan coming up for everybody that wants to start a new project. Because of this new project, and we want to learn about what else can we delve into as a Nigerian youth, as somebody who wants to do business or thrive in the manufacturing world. Let's quickly go on this short break where we'll be learning about food processing and how best you can thrive in this business. When we return, we'll bring you more interesting segments of early starters. Don't go nowhere.
At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a quality business plan template that you can download and modify to prepare a professional business plan for your business. If you are new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Starting a food processing business can be a rewarding venture, but it comes with its challenges. To help you navigate the path to success, here are 10 crucial tips that will guide you through the initial stages of establishing and running a thriving food processing business. 1. Thorough market research. Before diving in, conduct comprehensive market research to identify trends, target demographics, and potential competitors. Understand consumer preferences and emerging market demands to position your products effectively. 2. Develop a unique selling proposition, USP. Differentiate your food processing business by offering a unique product or service that sets you apart from competitors. Whether it's a distinctive flavor, sustainable sourcing, or innovative packaging, a strong USP will attract customers and build brand loyalty. 3. Comply with regulations. Ensure that your business complies with local, state, and federal regulations regarding food safety, processing standards, and labeling. Familiarize yourself with relevant permits and certifications necessary to operate legally and maintain a trustworthy reputation. 4. Quality control and consistency. Maintain rigorous quality control measures to deliver consistent, high-quality products. Establish standardized processes, monitor production closely, and invest in quality assurance to build trust among consumers and distributors. 5. Efficient supply chain management. Establish an efficient supply chain to streamline the procurement of raw materials, production, and distribution. Build strong relationships with suppliers and distributors to ensure a steady flow of resources and a reliable route to market. 6. Invest in technology. Embrace technology to optimize production processes, track inventory, and manage finances. Implementing modern machinery and software solutions can enhance efficiency, reduce costs, and contribute to the overall success of your food processing business. 7. Sustainability practices. Incorporate sustainable practices into your business model, from sourcing ingredients to packaging. Consumers increasingly prioritize eco-friendly options, and adopting sustainable practices not only attracts environmentally conscious customers but also positions your brand as socially responsible. 8. Build a strong brand identity. Invest in branding to create a memorable and appealing image for your food processing business. Design a distinctive logo, packaging, and marketing materials that convey your values and connect with your target audience. 9. Marketing and promotion. Develop a robust marketing strategy to promote your products. Utilize social media, online platforms, and traditional advertising methods to build brand awareness and reach a wider audience. Consider participating in industry events and collaborations to expand your network. 10. Continuous innovation. Stay ahead of the curve by fostering a culture of innovation within your business. Regularly assess market trends, consumer feedback, and emerging technologies to adapt and improve your products. Continuous innovation ensures your food processing business remains relevant and competitive. Conclusion. Starting a food processing business requires careful planning, dedication, and a commitment to quality and innovation. By following these 10 tips, you can lay a strong foundation for a successful venture in the dynamic and ever-evolving food industry. Stay informed, adapt to changing consumer preferences, and always strive for excellence in every aspect of your business. Thank you for watching. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free business plan template. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached.
Welcome back. That was an very, very interesting piece. It is educative, and of course you can learn how best to start your own food processing firm or outfit or what have you, because it's not just about you doing sale of adire like some of us, sale of Kampala or something. You can do something different. We have a lot of people trying to thrive in the baking world. They are also processing something. They are processing the flour. But what the food processing entails is making fresh farm produce, turning it into something that you can can, something that you can export, something that you can turn into condiments and seasonings, things that you can have as your confectionaries. And we have types of food processing. We have the primary processing, we have the secondary processing, and of course we have the tertiary processing, whereby you see the production of ready-to-eat or convenience food, things like noodles, things like canned food, like I mentioned, and packaged food. And for the secondary processing, you have conversion of raw ingredients into edible products, e.g., bread making of your dairy products, and meat processing. Now we have meat shearers in Nigeria. They buy one cow, they go to Aboki and buy one malu and start sharing it using the kilo, and they will tell you that 5 kilo literal, you have bought 10 kilo, this is my price, and you cannot tell them that no, they will not agree. They will tell you, I'm into the meat sharing business. You are not into the business to inconvenience other people or to extort from people. Rather, you are in the business to ensure that we have food, and you also make money, because there's no one who will go into business and not make money. Yes. And we have categories of food processing businesses. We have bakery and confectionery, we have dairy processing, we have meat and poultry processing, we have beverages and juice production. I have a girl that produces juice, and I ask her, oh my Yami, teach me this thing now. At the end of the day, you know that you will need to buy some machines that will enhance quality production. Not that you'll be putting additives to all these things. No, freshly produced fruits, and we have frozen and ready to eat foods. We have frozen chicken, vegetables, pre-cooked foods, and it brings me to the fact that I don't really like frozen things.
Why don't you like frozen
It's
foods?
really not good for us, especially when I watched a documentary of a chicken processing plant, bringing chickens that do not, they don't have the feathers. Yes, they don't have the feathers, and they are killing it and sending it to Nigeria. And the person asking questions about this, interviewing the person rather, asked that, why should you send this kind of chicken to Nigeria? And do you know what he said as his response? He said that's the place the business can thrive. More like a dumping site. I'm gonna bring the video one of these days so that it will look like maybe Miriam is filming things, or I'm trying to make
put
it
some people down.
Yes, or put
But I
some
hope they are not
businesses down.
Nigerians.
No, they are whites. I'm serious. We need to bring the video on the screen for people to watch. Maybe when they see it on our platform, they will believe that these things that we are saying actually, happens or exist. And we have spices and condiments, production of ground spices and sauce production. And they have major requirements too. They have raw materials needed, processing equipment, regulatory compliance, because you have to be compliant to the rule of FDA, HACCP of Nigeria, NAFDAC of Nigeria, and ISO of Nigeria. Yes, for food, maybe not ISO for food, but then in a way SON can come in, maybe through when they want to check the packaging of the food. Yes, should come in. And we have challenges in food processing. It is not so easy. You need high initial capital to start the fund, and again I'm telling you, and I'm reiterating it, that you have a $40.5 million loan coming to Nigeria.
If they change it to Nigerian money,
that's billions.
No, it's not the trillions.
It's not up to trillions.
It's not the trillions.
Okay.
It's billions.
But billions.
That
And when you are talking about billions and billions and billions, it's not up to trillion. I'm sure that money is much more than $40.5 million.
But that's what they are playing. That's what they are playing for us. So I just pity the people they are using to cash out.
You pity the people. We are the people. We are the people now.
No, the Iluji.
And we are the people. Maybe Leoluji, maybe from the north or from wherever, from Kogi State.
They don't think they know
came from. It does not matter. We are the citizens. We are Nigerians. We are not tribalistic. You know, we are all one in this country. What will they say? They will say it is meant for Nigerians. Okay. Or what particular place in Nigeria then Ileoluji comes in. But the word was Nigeria. Yes.
True.
So that's it. So we have so many opportunities in food processing. We have growing demand for packaged and processed foods. And Onabanjo said yesterday that, you know, people can buy a processed product, you know, and repackage it. And this is not the first time I'm hearing, you know, about that. And I know that it is a profitable business when you buy from Michael and sell to Lydia. You're buying from Michael for 30 naira and you're repackaging it. You now had the repackaging fee and everything, and sell to Lydia for 150 naira, whereas you bought it 30 naira. Well, she said yesterday that it is a win-win game. Let's just leave it at win-win. Yes, export potential for local and indigenous foods, and we have innovation in healthy, organic, and fortified food products. And finally, e-commerce and digital marketing expansion. That is what I'm here for. Come and promote with us at Opera Tunes TV. Call us on the number 0706 143 7670. Let us use our own to beat in Laruge. Let us help you expand your business. Let us help you promote and, in fact, sell your corporate identity, because some people don't know about a brand. They get to know about it on TV. So that's why we are here. Myself and Armstrong will come together in unison to sell your brand, ensure that you make money.
Let them know. I want to chip this in. There's something called the BTL and the ATL.
Okay.
Promotion.
Okay.
We have the below the line. and
Yes, above the line.
So we do both.
We do both. So we do above the line and we do below the line. Whichever one you want.
Rank and file, we get you.
We get you.
We get you rank and file.
We get you, Abby. Okay, you said we should not use "we got you" again. You know, like the Gen Zs will say. So we have you now, Abby. Hey, Jennifer's voice.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. So we have joined us this morning, and she's bringing the latest updates from the world of entertainment. That's our NT baby, Lydia Ajayi. Good morning. Good morning.
Give us the Baba channel.
Baba channel.
No, I want to. No, I'm in the mood for the Baba.
Give us the entertainment share now.
Okay.
Not the Baba one. Yes.
Exactly.
Give us the entertainment share. Yes.
Can I be in? DJ, give me a bar.
I love this. Yes. I really do.
They call it G's, bro. It's Amebo.
Is Amebo? Yes, that's just it.
It's Amebo.
Yes.
Gossip.
Yes, gossip. Yes.
What's
yes.
the difference?
Yes,
between
now
gossip?
it is gossip.
It's gossip. When I say professional gossip,
This one is professional.
it's professional.
Yes, because she cannot bring stories that are not verified on the screen. So she needs to verify the story and tell us the source of our story, and of course give us updates on our story. We don't want them say she say, them talk she talk. No, we want a verified story.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. So give it us. Give it us. Not to us, us.
Today, our TG Omori, Nigerian cinematographer and music director, is back to work after a kidney transplant that did not succeed.
Jesus Christ.
On Tuesday, he posted on his X page showing himself on a music video set with his camera. Alongside the photo, he wrote, "Let's see if I can still do this." If you remember some few months back, this last few months, TG Omori he went for his surgery where his brother was actually his donor. His brother donated love. Motherly love. Can you donate your kidney to your brother? Can I? So his brother donated his kidney for him, and unfortunately, the transplant was not successful, and it's so sad actually. But but Tijomori is back. At least only a go to the menu as usually say that he's back. Agbára ló lọ mú wá. So Tijomori pray for it, for more health, good health, and hopefully he goes for another surgery, and hopefully this one will be successful.
He's back. Is he okay? Is it fine? Is it fit?
Well,
That's the question.
He said he wants to check if he can still.
I'm scared. You know why I'm scared? I don't know what's happening to this generation. In few weeks, I know 2 people that have actually said or bid the world farewell due to kidney problem. I don't know what is happening. What are we eating that is killing our organs? I don't know.
I believe it's synthetics.
How?
Too much synthetics. I don't want to be saying this, but your carbonated drinks, most of the things we drink are synthetics. They are not original. They are not organic. So they are chemical.
When you talk about organic, how can you get organic in a country where it's not just in Nigeria, we do not have, let me just say the fact remains that the organic are no longer organized for the millions that we have in the world. Yes, if we don't grow with all these fertilizers, how do you want us to feed? This thing still has to be used. Okay, you want to eat organic meat, organic chicken, organic this, organic that. If you eat all the organic, which one is going to bring about the next phase of the organic?
There's a way to do it now. There's genetic.
There's no. See, we just need to beg God. There is no way. There is no way. There is no way. Okay, you want to keep eating organic chicken. Some people even call it native fowl. Go and check the streets. How many native fowl do you see now? Or can you find on our streets now? We don't have it anymore. These things are going, and I hope the prophecy does not fulfill itself, that in the end of days or time, people will, experience what is called famine. And the best that can be done is what our scientists are doing. They are trying to let us have food chain go around. They're trying to ensure that we have these things still in existence. When a particular breed, okay, look at the dogs that we have in our homes. We have some dogs that their breeds are no longer in existence. But when they find one, they bring it to, maybe they do this kind of animal husbandry, or what do they call it, so that it can breed another kind of it. And we can't just have, let's just beg God. Let's just beg God. That's it. Lydia, please go ahead with your story.
So the second story I have with you, Wunmi Aloba, the late Mohbad's wife. The late Mohbad's wife here, she has expressed her concerns on her husband's remains. If you recall, Mohbad was exhumed. His body was exhumed for autopsy, and he has not been buried yet for 2 years now. So he has not been buried yet. So she said Nigerians actually should intervene and plead with her father-in-law, because she said her father-in-law is the one stopping the burial arrangements from taking place. So she has called us, she has expressed her concerns and her, how will I put it, her pains over this issue.
You know what about that story, eh? Those families have, all of the families involved, they have a skeleton in their cupboard. They have something they are not willing to share, and you see that father, I don't know, and the mother, I don't know. I don't like to read about Mohbad again. It brings pain into my heart, that can this ever, or should this ever happen to anyone? Why should a parent act in this manner? A mother and a father, they are fighting, they are doing this, all because of what this guy has, all because that's I don't know.
The system, but
so next I have Cider Budge. I'm sure we all know who Cider the Wala maker.
Yes,
Olalami the second. Olalami the
Cider Budge. What do you say?
So Saida Boji has strongly criticized the pastor for calling her out during his preaching. So the pastor said Saida Boji is not a good role model. That Saida Boji is teaching young girls of nowadays to be promiscuous. That's the English, I'll be prof.
Yes, Saida Boji will teach you to collect money from men.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We are raising a generation that cannot stand on their own anymore. They don't want to work, but they want to make money. They don't want to cry, but they want to cry inside limousine. And
crying inside limousine is better than crying inside Keke Marua.
Yes. So that kind of a generation cannot go far. I don't know. Next story, please.
So lastly, our veteran Nollywood actor Dele Odule has shared his frustration over rumors of his death and alleged arrest.
So what do you stand to gain?
You people just saying that you people will just wake up.
What do you stand to gain? I don't know. As a no, it's not the hype. What kind of hype is that?
Then what are they
saying?
That not the followers, traffic, you know.
Yes, the traffic.
They make the noise, the traffic, you know. They make money, and the social media handle gives them money if they have over 1,000. Some say over 100,000. They do pay them. So what
something should be done as regards this purveyors of fake information.
There's no regulatory body governing this.
We go social media space, especially.
No regulatory body, nobody.
It's so pathetic, and nobody's happening. It is disheartening.
Sue the blogs.
Under which under which work?
Wait, they said
the federal government is working towards censoring the social media space, and I hope that your brother, your sister, or your uncle, or your nephew, or whoever it is, will not be found guilty. Yes, when such a law is being passed.
Bad.
Yes, why should you say somebody is dead when he's still an arty? Yes, it's wrong. This is how we'll be saying goodbye from the studios of Opportune TV this morning. It's been a wonderful time, giving you information about what happens or what goes around in your environment, and also letting you into some of the government revelations. Yes, I want to use
revelation.
Yes, and also, giving you gist about what goes around in the social media space, and also the entertainment world. We will give you more of this tomorrow, God willing. We hope that we'll be alive to say good morning again, and by God's grace we won't have any such thing as kidney problem, liver problem, or any organ dysfunction. In the name of our Lord God Almighty, we say bye-bye from our studios.
Bye.
Welcome to Opportune TV, your premier destination for unlimited entertainment. Opportune Television, your TV, ask for more.